Welcome to another video presentation from Tony of Kettle Kitchen, and he has put together Jam It Up June collaboration, where every day in June there'll be a new, be it a jam, jelly, preserve, recipe from a different channel. So this is pretty exciting. And on top of it, he has put together fantastic giveaways. I mean, he's giving away a boiling water canner, a steam canner, a really nice stock pot, loads and loads of lids. I mean, 100 lids at a time, and even some preserving books. So make sure you go to Tony's channel, and that's Kettle Kitchen, and I've got the link below so you can find out everything you need to know about this collaboration. I do know that it helps if you watch every single video and leave a comment, because if you don't leave a comment on a video and that video gets picked, you won't even be in the drawing. So make sure you watch each video. And to help you on that, I have a listing down below, and I have the playlist link down below to make sure you won't miss any channel. And spread the love. Make sure you subscribe to all the channels. Now, let's get jamming. So rhubarb is in season in my garden, and I thought, why don't I make a more unusual jam I had seen a recipe for? It uses rhubarb, but also carrots. Rhubarb Carrot Jam. Doesn't that sound different and interesting? And what I like about this recipe is that it doesn't use any pectin. It is from Marianne Dragon's well-preserved book. Right? Let's see if I can open up to it. Okay, right there. So that's what we're going to make today. Now, what else is interesting about this recipe is you do all the prepping the night before, and then you make it the next day. Let me show you. My rhubarb is doing great. I'm going to pick some of the stalks and make jam. Oh, don't my rhubarb plants look beautiful? But of course you could use store-bought rhubarb or even frozen rhubarb for this recipe, so you could make it any time of the year. To make the full recipe, you need 4 cups diced rhubarb, 4 cups grated carrots, 2 lemons, 2 oranges, and 6 cups of sugar. And that will make you 4 pints of jam. You're going to want to dice. It said about a 1/2 inch, 1/4 inch to 1/2 inch is fine. Just dice up your rhubarb. So if you do the full recipe, you need 4 cups. And if you do half, 2 cups of diced rhubarb. You're going to want to grate your carrots. 2 cups if you're making half a recipe, and you'll need 4 cups if you're making the full recipe. So I'll be back. Now we want to take the zest off our orange, so we're just going to, and you want a fine grater. Just take it like that. And I'll be back when my orange is nude. Okay, so here we have our orange without the zest, and now we're going to do the same to our lemon. You can go in the same bowl. Be back. Okay, we got this done, and believe me, this smells so good. Now the next step, rolling it a little bit. Say that if you have it at room temperature and you roll it a little, you get more juice. Is that true? I don't know. Okay. So I now have my juicer, and we're just going to, oh, again, I love the smell of lemon. Get as much as you can out of it. Okay, pretty good. Let's do the other side. juice coming out. There we go. Maybe a little more on the side yet. There we go. Now I put these peels down the garbage disposal because it makes everything smell good. Now we're going to do the same with our orange. Of course, there's going to be more juice in this. Pretty good. Let's get this side. And we'll be back when this is done. Needs to drain a little bit first. So it was a little over a half a cup of juice. And that is the lemon juice and the orange juice together. Okay, we got most of the prep work done. Now we just got to mix the ingredients together. So here's our ingredients. Since I'm making half a recipe, I have 3 cups of sugar, 2 cups of grated carrots, and that was about 3 very large carrots grated, 2 cups of rhubarb, and this is the juice from the lemon, 1 orange, and then here is the zest. Now we're going to put everything in our bowl. I shouldn't say bowl, our pan. Okay, here we go. So let's dump in the sugar. Do our rhubarb. All of it. And then we want our carrots. Look at the colors there, right? We got the fuchsia rhubarb, bright orange for carrots, and then the yellow orange from the zest. I mean, it's pretty, and it smells good. Final thing is, we just put in our juice. Now we're just going to mix this together. Just so the sugar gets mixed in. Okay, kind of looks like a carrot salad, doesn't it? Now, we're just going to cover it. And leave it overnight. And we'll make the jam tomorrow. I mean, how easy is that? So here's what it looks like after it's sat on my kitchen counter with a lid on all night long. Okay, we've taken our lid off. This is what it looks like. Very bright orange with a little bit of fuchsia and a little green. Now I've put it on my burner. And we are going to want to bring this up to sim and cook it for about anywhere from 25 to 45 minutes according to the recipe. Now I would think it will be less time because I'm making half a batch, but I could be wrong. See, it's just starting to bubble. Now one of the things you want to do is make sure you often stir it. You don't want anything to burn or get stuck on the bottom. So we'll be back maybe in about 10 minutes or so and check on the temperature. Now one of the things when I first started making jam was getting, why not just boil it, right? Get big bubbles coming up and get done faster. But you don't want to do that. You want to just have the small bubbles on the surface, which indicates that you're at the sim. And you'll notice I'm using a pot here that is specially made for jam making. You don't need to have that. Any of your kitchen kettles will work just fine. But the kids gave me this for Christmas one year, so I use it whenever I'm making jam. And it is really quite beautiful and easy to clean. Okay, it's been about 10 minutes and you can see it's thickened up. Okay, so it's staying, it's about maybe 160. Okay, it's been about 10 minutes more and now we're up to, it was maybe 170. You know, maybe one of these thermometers isn't a candy thermometer. I mean, I know some of them are meat thermometers, but I thought this one was a candy thermometer. But it just doesn't seem to be reaching the temperature that I think it is. And the meat thermometers say, of course, it is much higher. So I'm going to use the eye test. To me, this jam is ready. But we'll do a gel test just to make sure. So we're going to do the freezing plate test. I've taken the jam off the burner, taken out my freezer plate, very cold, and put on a little of the jam. So now we got to wait 30 seconds. Okay, let's see. So leave a little crease. I'm not sure. Sure looks thick enough to me though. And normally after 30 seconds, I put my finger in and see if it wrinkled. But in this case, it didn't really wrinkle, but yet everything is thick enough that I think it's done. It's almost as thick as a chutney, however you say that word. Now we've taken it off and we're just gonna stir it for 2 to 3 minutes. Be back. I have stirred it for over 2 minutes. If you notice, I kind of smooshed it like this too, so some of the pieces of rhubarb would moosh up more. Okay, like that. But you can see it's looking pretty good consistency. So I think it's time to fill our jars. We want a 1/4 inch headspace. Okay, now we've got to really wipe off these rims well because, well, it was thicker. I was a bit messy, so you can see here. We really want to make sure we got a clean rim. We're going to do that for each one. Okay. And I use a different part in my cloth each time. Put on our lid. And we want to finger tighten. Our lids are on, our rings are finger tight, and now it's time to put in our boiling water canner, and it should be really boiling hard. Okay, we have our 4 jars in here. We're going to put the lid back on. It's a nice rolling boil. And now we're going to process for 10 minutes. 10 minutes is up. Time to turn the burner off. Take off our lid. That's neat. And now we take the jars out. Hear that pop? They're popping right when they come out. There we have it. It's beautiful. Oh, there was the final pop. We've had all 4 pops now. So we know they're all sealed, but we're going to just not touch them at all. Just leave them until tomorrow, for about 24 hours. And then we're going to remove the rings and we're going to write on it. Always do this because you might forget what's in the jar. So we're going to write on it Rhubarb Carrot Jam and today's date. And then these are going to go on my pantry shelves. This shows it a little bit better. Isn't it a beautiful color? Kind of ruby reddish. I think these would make a great gift also. Well, there you have it. We made an interesting jam today that I bet most of your friends haven't had, and it would make a great gift for them, the Rhubarb Carrot Jam. I hope you check out my channel and sub for other videos. I have a prepping channel and a lot of recipes. So I hope you become a subscriber. But I would really like to thank Tony from Kettle Kitchen for being invited to this collab, and I hope every one of you is checking out all those videos, commenting, so you can win a fantastic prize.